Hey everybody, this is Brett, and for quite a while now I've been watching the progress of this velomobile, which is a bicycle car type vehicle. It's called the Elf, and it looks like that. And it's got 3 wheels and an electric assist motor in it, and it's covered, on the top. And it's pretty cool. It's an invention that was developed by this guy here in North Carolina for quite a while. And I wanted to see this review from this company, Blue Monkey Bicycles. And after watching it, I was like, that is just such an unreasonable and just like bogus, just a bogus review. And so I'm going to tell you specifically why. Like exactly why I think it is unacceptable. Okay, so one of the things right off the top of my head that I realize is that I could move this easily with my 5x8 trailer. And they said that you couldn't move it with a small trailer and that you'd have to, they bring in a tow truck. They show a tow truck that you'd have to have that. That's not true. Anyone that would buy one of these should know, and it's pretty obvious, that it's just like a golf cart, that you've got to have a utility trailer to move it. And then he pointed out that it's 9 feet long. Well, I can easily just drop the tailgate and leave it flat, and that extends my trailer to 10 or 11 feet long, and so it'd easily fit. So one of the things these guys were disappointed with the Elf is that it didn't completely keep the weather off of them. Well, it's pretty obvious that this thing has a cover on the top, but it's totally open on the sides, and if the wind is blowing, then you are going to get some rain in from the sides unless you're going fast enough. And they complained about that. Another thing that they're unhappy with is that the solar panel doesn't charge fast enough to extend the range of when they're out riding. Okay, the solar panel doesn't work like that. It takes a long time for any solar panel to charge a battery fully. And if you want to charge the battery quickly, then you have to plug it into an outlet. And anybody with half a brain should know this. And if they don't know this, they should at least investigate before they spend a lot of money on something like this. Okay? These guys, I don't think that they're very smart. And they own a bike shop, okay? So the obvious purpose for the solar panel is that if you know that the bike, I keep thinking car, is going to be sitting in one spot in the sunshine for quite a while, like say you go to work and you're going to work for 8 hours and it's sunny, then you can just sit it in the sun and you're going to get a pretty good charge out of it, So pretty much anybody with a brain can see that. Then they start making things up, saying that it would be a difficult task to find a place to park the Elf. Why not just park it anywhere? You could park it anywhere in any parking lot. If you were really nervous about it getting hit, like I don't like my car to get doinked, so I park on the outside of the parking lot. But it's not very big, and so you could park it anywhere. I think that, like I said, they're just making things up. Then he complains that it's loud, and it's got a big shell over a bicycle, okay? And I think it's probably fiberglass. And yes, I would say that this is probably one of the few things that you could complain about with this bike. But then they go ahead and say this.
But all the things that I've listed thus far is kind of like nitpicking, and we've lived with it.
So then he admits that he's nitpicking. Okay, so not only do I think that he's nitpicking, I think that a lot of it is just bogus bullshit, and I've pretty much knocked them to the ground here in this video. Okay, so then they claim that it would be hard to find a bike shop that would be willing to work on it. I just made 2 phone calls to my local bike shops, and one of them said that he would have no problem in giving it a shot. And, it's a bike. They're simple components. It may be somewhat difficult to get it into the shop, but most shops have like a bay door in the back of their shop that they could get it into. And most shops would be totally wanting to check it out and to help with such a unique product. So I think that that's another bullshit claim on this video. The last thing that was said in this video, this totally bogus and unjust video, was that the elf company was a scam. And that's so off base, it's not even funny. The guy that invented the elf worked on prototypes for that for years and years. And when you're an inventor and you're creating something, you don't do that, especially for something like this. You don't do it because you're trying to create a scam. You do it because you're trying to do something incredible for the world, for the earth, for the environment. And so to say that is just so totally wrong. I mean, somebody should get a foot stuck up their ass for saying something like that. In any case, I want to thank y'all for joining me, and I hope you are well. Bye-bye.